An occupational therapist is part of the rehabilitation team. There's physical therapy, speech therapy, and occupational therapy. Our role as occupational therapist is to take a look at the individual after an illness, injury, or accident, find out what that individual's daily routine was and how their environment is set, and then get them back into their daily routine as independently as possible. Ideally, we like to have the person with us present in the home so we're able to see how they're able to maneuver throughout their environment. There might be things such as widening doorways in order for the wheelchairs to be fit through, or walkers. There may be a suggestion where you need to have a barrier-free shower or one of the walk-in sit-down tubs that can be installed. There's specific areas that we may want to place grab bars. There's different kinds of lifts that can be applied to stairs, outside doorways, as well as ramps. Really, we're looking at the angles that the person would need to maneuver throughout their home in order to make them functional and be able to live their life to the fullest. There are endless opportunities for people of all different abilities to have various levels of independence. One thing that an occupational therapist can do is look at the disease process and make recommendations and modifications to the home that will last throughout the person's disease. So for an example, if somebody is able at this point to be able to ascend stairs with a simple modification of a handrail, but yet that person's disease process may not allow them to do that a year from now, we may make the suggestion to put a ramp on at this point. That would allow the adaptations to maximize the cost effectiveness and usability of modifications so that the client can stay in their home for a longer amount of time. The most important thing for an occupational therapist is to have a contractor that is very easy to work with. And the reason being for that is that the occupational therapist is going to be the one that will view the person's environment through their own eyes and make the suggestions of what kind of adaptations and modifications that need to be made to the home. It's the contractor who will have to determine whether or not those recommendations fit within the space that's allowed in the person's environment. One of the contractors that we typically use is Community Renovations. The reason that we do use Community Renovations is that they're specialized specifically just in home modifications for people with disabilities.